Loading. It'll probably take a while. Finally. What? The partial impression I have may match several people. Okay, this one is in prison, so he's out. Another in prison. No, here's someone with... it doesn't fit. I'm afraid this will... The killer's profile is getting more... No, I shouldn't be what I have... No, everything is pills. I'm going back to the body. I need to make a note before I start the dissection. You can see that the tool used was sharp and so torn. This wound... I need to verify how... if... For obvious... The perfect breed... Fortunate... The abdominal... If the... Allocators rarely... Due to the body fat... Time for internal analysis. Finally. First of all, I'll try to determine whether death occurred before the decapitation, or if with the scalpel, we see a lot of fat tissue under the skin. When I remove the ribs, I expect to see even more fat on the organs. Correct. The deceased smoked cigarettes, but more importantly, you can see that the lungs have clearly suffered severe trauma. The lung parenchyma is abnormal with diffuse hemorrhage. And this is the culprit. Well, it didn't look like the whole... Such hemorrhage could have been caused by... or a punctured. They appeared at the cross... Open pneumo... The deceased could have experienced... And, as a... I wonder what the... The organ is enlarged with very clear, but similarly to the lungs, there is a trace of puncture with a sharp object. In the event of... This would mean... In turn, a sudden increase in the amount of... Could lead to... Which is also a life-threatening... Evans, however, clean. This all looks quite disturbing. I wonder if I'll find anything on the liver. The organ is fatty and enlarged. The beginnings of cirrhosis are obvious. Well, that's it. This time, nothing... So, I proceed to carefully remove this. Like most other organs, it is fat, not to mention partially, but mainly due to the I take the outs. I'm going... It sounds like there's an unusually large amount of... and now... Evans had to swallow it due to his which means he was still alive. Only the trachea left to be examined. Surprisingly, it's not damaged by the decapitation. I move on to cutting it open. Okay, and... blood. Evans not only but also choked on it. Looks like I can wrap this up. Let me tie this together. After he was abducted, stripped, he was dealt several penetrating blows. Then his head was... Evans was deprived of his genitals, and the body served as an easy... Even though there are a lot of injuries on the body that could cause death, it was the animal bites and the limbs occurred after death. So there's no reason to treat these as the cause of death. So there's no doubt that Evans was choking it, but it didn't last too long. Which I conclude from the small... I never thought I'd ever wish someone to... But in this case, in some way, it can be said with certainty. Oh well. I need to stitch this. It's really bothering me. Something's not right here. Because even now, the organs are relatively clean. The skin around wounds also. It's like... someone... I'll leave these questions for the police to solve. I get to head home. It's a fucked up. I'll hold off taking long walks in the forest for the near future. I have a feeling that... Good night, Mr. Ridley. The body's ready to be picked up.
Sure. Good night.
I think it's the first time I'll get home. What? I can't believe what I'm seeing. Oh, come on. Fuck! When did I get a flat tire? What the fuck? This is impossible. What's this supposed to... Fuck. I'm going to Ridley's. Maybe he saw something. Ridley, do you know what happened to my car?
Oh, what happened to your car?
All the tires are fucking flat!
Well, it happens. Don't you have a spare in the trunk?
Spare ones in the trunk. No one carries 4 fucking extra tires. In the trunk!
Jesus, Handman, calm down. I'll call you a taxi.
Calm down? That's a bit of an exaggeration, don't you think? Have you seen anyone around here? Someone strange? Suspicious?
Except you? No.
Haha, funny. I don't find all these jokes amusing, you know.
What jokes? Handman, what's wrong with you? It's just tires.
Such things are not a coincidence! What's wrong with me? Things keep happening. Last week, and now this?
Just go wait for the taxi, okay? Fresh air would do you good. Neither you nor I...
Neither you nor I? Surely something like this can't just be overlooked.
Maybe you should go outside and cool down. I'm calling a taxi.
Cool down. I just want... It would be easier just to move in and live here. I doubt I'll get reimbursed.